Well, boys and girls, could this be the final season of the Leamington save? It has been a long one, but we are into the knockout rounds of the Champions League. We are in the hunt for another Premier League title, and we've got no money at all to spend, so we kind of need to win stuff now because I'm not going to be able to buy any more players. So fingers crossed we do well this season. Right, let's just bring ourselves up to date with how we're doing then. It looks like we ended the last stream in good form, but that was about a week ago, so we're probably going to hit some bad form now. But we've come through January, where we did some financial shenanigans, if I remember. So in January, we sold Manchin, Connor Weaver, long-serving club captain Connor Weaver, Everton, who I remember we found in the reserves and forgot we had him, and we also sold Rory Bailey. So a big bunch of players leaving, and then we brought in a few more as well. So the new faces, Victor Yahaya, who is a English wonder kid, which is always a nice thing to have knocking around the place, almost as good as a Brazilian wonder kid. Speaking of, we have Cristiano. He must be a wonder kid. He is a wonder kid, a Brazilian wonder kid centre-back who can also play fullback on either side. And then is this guy a wonder kid? He's not, apparently, but he is an awesome left back, also Brazilian. So that's some good business. If we have a look at the league table, you can see we're third in the league, 6 points behind Manchester United, with a game in hand. And our goal difference is almost as good as theirs. And probably more important than any of that, we are through to the knockout rounds of the Champions League, although we've got to face Bayern Munich, which I hear they're quite good at doing a football. So that might not be ideal. Right, Bayern Munich then. Easy. It'll be fine. There'll definitely be a one-off video showing it off. That'll probably be out the day. I mean, this is all... Remember, it's not been announced, and it might not be this year. They've never promised when it was coming. When they mentioned it, it was always going to be... The phrase in the news was always, it will be in a future version of the game. So it might not even be this year. Yeah, as Chris says, FM23 still doesn't officially exist. It's not been announced yet. So at the moment, I've got my biggest period of the year where I make most of my money for the year. And I can't plan any of it yet because I don't know when it's going to begin. I didn't win the network game, though. No, but I didn't win the network game because we used Gegenpress. I won the network game because I had better players, because I'm better at transfers than they are. Yeah, the first Switch version came out in the spring as well, which is bonkers. Let's test a new market by bringing out a year-old game. What was the response? Something along the lines of plenty of people are still buying the game at that time of year. The guy who runs the social media stuff for Football Manager is Sheepdog's brother-in-law. If I was going to... I've known him since he was like 14. I went to his brother's wedding. This is the guy who runs the social media for Football Manager, Dom. I met him when he was a little teenager, when I was at his brother's wedding, like 12 years ago. I don't get any inside information. So, yeah, there's no such thing. That result was not ideal. Our smoke alarm, there's one on the middle landing, one on the top landing. They're both wired in, from what I can tell, but I can't get the cover off of either of them. But I've managed to pull one of them completely off the ceiling, and it's dangling from wires. But they're both just going, beep, and then a minute or so later, beep. Right, I'm going to go and see if I can get the thing open. Stay out with Andy while the landlord fixes it. I mean, it's not ideal because he's already worked up because it's happening. So we won't get him out now. I'll be back again in a minute. Chris, figure out what you're going to do with this. This might be a re-intro. It might be a new intro. I don't know what your plan is. But we're still trying to win the league and win the Champions League. Yesterday's stream was cut really short because of smoke alarms. There was no fire. There was no smoke. There was just a smoke alarm. We pick up where we left off yesterday. I'm assuming can't even speak. I'm assuming this is just a continuation of that video. And this probably won't even be included. So maybe I'll swear. What are you going to do if I swear? Bleep it out? I dare ya. Right, it is the second leg against Bayern Munich. I'm unavailable on Saturdays so often that having a season ticket wasn't really worth it. And not having a season ticket, I don't get to sit with my dad and my brother, so I don't want to go and sit on my own. So I tend to just watch at home now. Tamang's just won a penalty, and I'm very sad about it. Come on, killer. Do a football with your fingers. My eyes are all gloopy and I don't know why. I think I'm crying about what's going on screen. Am I as big a fan of Ivan Toney as Breezy? I don't know how big a fan of Ivan Toney Breezy is, but I think Ivan Toney's great. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. Therefore, this is not the final season of the save. Hooray! Who's the best player I've signed in FM22? No idea. Don't even remember him. I couldn't tell you. I was struggling to remember who we managed last in Non-League to Legend. Was it Real Madrid? Is that where we finished? I couldn't tell you 5 players who were in that team. I don't remember that kind of detail. Oh, was it Dortmund we were at last? I couldn't tell you one player we had at Dortmund. That's lovely from Showy Forward. Who on earth was in the Dortmund team? No idea. Right, if we do a football here, we're right back in this. We're right back in this. Right, who have we got on this bench? Should we bring Victor Yahaya on? I think we get another sub now. We do. Marcelo's shattered, so Victor's coming on. Why not? We've got a centre-back in midfield, a striker in attacking midfield, a central midfielder on the wing. And we're still going to beat Bayern Munich. Encourage! We're going to have a penalty shootout here, aren't we? And I am horrified. Well, you know what to do. We just get my assistant manager to pick the order. This shows we're close to being able to win the Champions League. We've already won the Premier League. We now know we're as good as Bayern Munich. So, this is good. This has been good regardless. Even if we get knocked out here, we know we're close. Now we just need Killer to show why he should stay in goal for the rest of the season. With saves like that one, yes, we're calling that a save. It goes down in history as a save. That's how penalty shootouts work. Come on! Come on! 2-1 to the mighty Leamington. Come on, Killer. Let's have another save. I'm a little nervous now. No pressure, lads, but we want to win this tournament. I want a couple of weeks off before FIFA comes out. So come on, let's win the Champions League this season. Oh. Come on, Killer. Right, Neil's already scored a beauty of a free kick in this match. Surely he has to score now. Of course he does. Now it's back on Killer. Come on, Killer. Killer, Killer, Killer. Come on. Killer's fingers are all that separates us and the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Come on, Killer! Oh, I knocked my cushion down. I was so giddy. Beautiful. There you go. Bayern who? I messed it up. Can't even say them. We are great. Well, there we go. Whew. Is that the plan if this is the last season? Oh, yeah, there won't be any more FM after this save. Right, we are in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. There are some big teams left in this. And Napoli. So we'd like Napoli, please. Inter is fine. We can beat Inter. If we can beat Bayern Munich, we can beat Inter. That's a juicy. There's a couple of juicy quarterfinals there. Going to be some big teams got out of the way. Inter are top of Serie A. We've already beaten Bayern Munich. Why not beat the team that's been dominating Italy? We're just going around the world beating all the dominant teams. Why not? We want this semi-final, please, because those two are both beatable. Rubbish. Well, if we're going to win the Champions League, we've got to do it the hard way. We've already faced Bayern Munich. Then it's going to be Inter. We literally are going to have to beat the best team from every country to be able to do it. Bayern Munich, then Inter, then Real Madrid or Barcelona, and then Liverpool or Man City in the final. Okay, that's a Champions League draw, I guess.